Shabbat Shalom. Good. Welcome, everyone. We're so glad to have you here. Thank you for your patience. Here I thought I was going to get sunburned. We had 90-degree weather earlier today, and instead we have overcast. I was hoping for a little overcast, but unfortunately we got a couple of drops. We're going to try to do our best here. Carly's a real trooper, so hopefully it stays just like this. So I need everyone here to say a special prayer. Baruch atah Adonai. Make it not rain.
Make it not rain.
Amen.
Amen.
Okay. So now that we've done our duty, I think we're going to get started here. And I guess, I don't know, just try to be careful of each other. Everyone has different spaces. If you keep your masks on, that'd be great. We have a talus roll here. Carly's going to be receiving a talus in just a minute. That's about this long, and that's how much distance between people not in your family network, if you could. And just understand everyone has a different sensitivity now, and just to try to stay in our own lanes, I guess. We have a Mishkan Tefillah prayer book. If you don't have, Joanne over here can help you. I also really want to help. We had a terrific Amherst officer and Todd Sugarman and Rich over here helping out. Thank you for doing that. Okay, so Carly, can you speak into the mic to make sure it's on?
Hi.
Okay, so move that over closer to you, and Carly is going to introduce the service now.
Shabbat Shalom. Thank you for joining us today. My Bat Mitzvah is a Mincha Havdalah. A Mincha is the last service of Shabbat. It begins with Ashrei, also known as Psalm 145, a psalm praising God with all the letters of the alphabet. We'll also read from the Torah for the first time and sing traditional prayers. In the Jewish religion, a Bat Mitzvah signifies that you are ready to become an adult and read from the Torah. I will now count as an adult in the prayer of Torah, and I am able to say the blessings before and after reading. The Torah portion I'll be reading is the one for the next week because at the Menorah Havdalah service, it's the end of Shabbat, and we are ready, winding down for the week, next week. Saturday night for the Jews is a little like Sunday night when you start to wind down and get ready for the week ahead. My service will conclude with the Havdalah. The Havdalah helps us say goodbye to Shabbat. In the Havdalah service, we have candles, wine, and spices. The candle is like having a bonfire. The spices are like the smell of desserts, such as cloves or cinnamon, and the wine is. My service will start on page 338 in the prayer book.
Okay. Wonderful. So Carly said it's going to start on page 338. Carly, just do me a favor. Just actually drag the mic over closer to you. Just move it away from your chair and move the chair a little bit. There you go. And move it all the way close to where you are. All the way over. Even further over. Further. And one more step over. Don't be. You got it right there. That's good. Okay, so again, we're on page 338. If this is your first time, we're really happy you're here. And you'll catch on. Carly's going to lead our way here through Psalm 145.
Ashrei Oshrei V'teha, Udi Hallelujah Selah, Ashrei Aham Sheka Halo, Ashrei Ha'am She'Adonai Elohav, Tehillah LaDavid, Amincha Elochai HaMelech, Va'avarecha Shimcha Leilam Va'ed, B'chol Yom Arvechecha, V'Hallelah Shimcha Leilam Va'ed, Gadol Adonai Umhale Me'od, V'Ligduato in Heker. Please turn to page 341. Tavid Adonai Yedaber Pi Vivarek Kolboso Shimkocho Leilam Va'ed Vechveanu Navereya Miata Viad Olam Hallelujah. Please turn to page 630.
630.
Ma tovu ochai lechai Yaakov miskenotecha Yisrael. Ma tovu ochai lechai Yaakov miskenotecha Yisrael.
How beautiful, wonderful are your tents of Jacob, your dwelling places, O Israel. We can almost see the tents in the form of our cars here. Carly, we're going to invite over your mom, Tracy, to present a talit, a fringe garment. It's one of the oldest traditions. And as a bat mitzvah, as a Jewish adult, you get your first talis. It could be used either way, talit or talis. And the fringes are a reminder to keep track of the corners of your life and to not forget what's most important. Tracy is going to put this on the back of you. Oh, looks like it matches yours. Beautiful. Okay, so Carly is going to offer the blessing for the talit.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher knishanu b'tzvotav v'tzivanu lehidatei v'tzitzi.
Amen. Bless you, God, King of the universe, who sanctifies us through your commandments and commands us to wear the fringe talis. And as this is your first time saying, wearing the talis, you're going to say the Shekianu, a prayer for new things.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehekianu v'higianu la'azman hazeh.
Amen. Bless you, God, who provides us life, allows us to arrive in this moment, allows us to be present today. If you want to hug, kiss, support, wonderful. I know it's always awkward at that age. All right. We are going to turn to page 342 for the Chatzi Kaddish, and Cantor Frank is going to be leading us.
Yitkadal v'yitkadash Shamei Rabbah Be'amad divrach kirotei yamrit malchutei V'chayei chol yamecha U'v'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael Ba'akala U'vizman karim Ve'yiru Amen Yehesh Rabba Menorah Le'olam Olamei Yadmaya Yitbarach Ve'yishtabach Yipa'ar V'yitramon V'yitaseh V'yitadar V'yitaleh V'yitalal Shemi V'nishal B'richu Le'elam Minko B'chatav V'shtiratav Tushbechata v'nachemata Lahamiram b'yalema V'yimaru Amen.
Please rise as we turn to the tefillah on pages 344 through 348. Adonai sevetei taf ufi agid tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips as my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei avotenu ve'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah. Ha'el Hagidol Hagibor v'Nahorah El Iyon Gomil Hasadim Tovin V'Koneh Chako V'Zotzer Hasadi Avot Ve'imavot Umigula Livinehem Laman Shamo Be'achava Melech Ozer Umashia Umagain Baruch atah Adonai Migan Avraham V'Yitzrat Sarah Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai Mechayeh Hakol Atah Vrel Shia Morid Hatal Mechel Hayim Behesed Mechayeh Hakol Ben Rachamim Zomich Noflim Refi Cholim Umatar Esarim Umechem Emuno Mishinei Afra Micha Mocha Bel Geburot Umedom Elach melech mimit umechayei umatzmiyara yuashir lemein ataya hakol Baruch atah Adonai mechayei hakol. Please remain standing as the cantor continues on page 350.
נקדש שמך בעולם, כשם שמקדישים אותו בשמי ברום, ככתוב היד אביך, וכרזז ויאמר, קדוש קדוש קדוש, אדוני צבאות, מלוא כל הארץ כבודו. אדיב אדיבנו, אדוני אדוננו, מודים שמך בכל הארץ, ברוך כבוד אדוני במקומו. אחד הוא אלוהינו אבינו ומלכנו מושיענו ויהיו ישמיענו ברחמיו לעיני כל חי. אני אדוני אלוהיכם ימלוך אדוני לעולם. אלוהי ציון לטובתו. הללויה.
To all generations we will declare your greatness, and for all eternity proclaim your holiness. Your praise, O God, shall never depart from our lips. Blessed are you, Adonai, our holy God. Baruch atah Adonai ha'el hagadosh. Please continue silently until page 360. When you are finished, please be seated. Oh, say shalom b'merav, Huriyah say shalom aleinu, v'al Yisrael, ve'imru amen. Yah say shalom, shalom aleinu, v'al Yisrael. Yah say shalom, shalom aleinu. Say shalom, shalom aleinu, v'yakol Yisrael. Say shalom, shalom aleinu, v'yakol Yisrael. Please turn to page 364 for our Torah service.
So at this point, we pass the tradition on to Carly. And so I'm going to invite, from generation to generation, I'm going to invite Tracy and Isabella and your grandparents here as well. Sue Allen, George Straker, Walter Allen, please come forward. And what we're going to do is come on the other side of the table. I want you to gather around the Torah. And if you could, even Carly, if you could touch the Torah itself. Move on closer. Don't worry. That's your tradition. Take hold of it. Move the microphone a little bit. Yeah. This Torah that you see in front of you that you're holding on to, Carly, is your tradition passed down to you all the way from Mount Sinai through hundreds of generations to you, from your family to you. It's what you're receiving today. Just a minute ago you sang L'Dor Vador with Cantor. We're going to sing that again, from generation to generation. And I want your grandparents and your parents and your mom and your sister to really feel like they're passing the tradition on to you.
L'Dor Vador, L'Dor Vador, L'Dor Vador, L'Dor Vador, Nagiv Kod Lecha. L'Dor Vador, L'Dor Vador, L'Dor Vador, Nagiv Kod Lecha. Ki Amelech Ketum, Yadom V'Kadosh, V'Kadosh, V'Kadosh Atem.
We're going to turn to page 366, and Carly is going to lead us, if you're able to rise, please rise. She's going to lead us in a few of the sacred prayers that when we take out the Torah.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad.
Together, Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
Ahad Eloheinu Gadol Adoninu Kadosh Shema.
Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adoninu, Kadosh Shema.
Gadol Adonai Iti Minarom Mema Shemo Yadav.
Beautiful. Okay, so what we're going to need to do, and maybe the family can help. Everyone can sit down. Bring your music stand a little closer to you, Carly, and you're going to tell us a little bit about your Torah portion. And the rest of the family, if you want to sit down for a minute, you can sit down. And just bring the microphone a little bit closer to you.
My Torah portion is called Naso. It begins with the Levites, a group of priests who were in charge of taking care of the tabernacle. A tabernacle is a movable sanctuary that holds the Ark of the Covenant. The Torah can move about just like the Israelites had to move around. And similarly, we had to move around our Torah outside tonight. One of the symbols of the tabernacle is the Menorah. In biblical times, the Menorah was a symbol for Judaism. In modern times, it's the Star of David. Originally, there are only 6 menorah candles, plus one called the shamash, or helper candle, that lights the others. The Hanukkah menorah, which you may be more familiar with, has 8 candles plus the shamash to represent the number of nights the oil lasted. My Torah portion also has the priestly blessing and the special blessing I will receive from the rabbi and cantor tonight. The normal reading for this Shabbat is from the book of Deuteronomy. However, I am reading from the book of Numbers, which I would have read at my original bat mitzvah date. The Torah portion can be found in the book of Numbers, number 8, verse 1.
Beautiful. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to open the Torah. Let's move the microphone a little bit. And for the first aliyah, we're going to have your grandmother come up, Sue Allen. By the way, we're sending prayers out to your bar mitzvah tutor, who normally would be here, Harvey Horowitz, especially to his wife Myra and his daughter Debbie. If you could keep them in your prayers, they definitely could use some prayers right now. And Carly, before you start reading, actually, inside that blue paper right there that your grandmother has, that was perfect. That's your yad. That's a presentation from our religious school. So on behalf of our religious school, we're offering you the pointer or yad to use today in your Torah reading. And here, I'll take the... unwrap it. So we have to know where to put down. You got it? There we go. Show everyone your beautiful gift.
Can I take this?
Okay, so Carly, if you want to show your grandmother where we are.
Baruch hu et Adonai hambarak.
Baruch Adonai Baruch Leolam Vaed.
Baruch Adonai hambarak leolam vaed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Asher bachar banu mikol hamim. V'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Wonderful. And Sue, if you could bring the microphone closer to your granddaughter. The Torah that she's reading to for today, those of you that are not familiar, is written by hand. And there's no vowels, no musical notes. She had to learn all of those, and she's done that over the course of the year.
Vayadeber Adonai el Moshe lemor. Naso et Rosh b'nei Gershon gam hem leveit avotam lemishpachotam mi ben shoshim shana v'mala ve'ad ben chamishim shana tivkod otam kol haba letzvot tzava la'avod avodah be'ochel moed. Zot avodat mishpachot hagershuni la'avod u'masa.
Okay, Sue, if you want to say the blessing after the Torah reading. Just into the mic, just sorry.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Asher natan lanu Torah emet. L'chayei olim natan botehinu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. So for the second Aliyah, which is the blessing before the Torah, I'm going to invite up Tracy and Isabella. And again, if you could just, Carly can help you touch the Torah, and then just move the mic over to near where you're speaking.
Baruch Adonai Hamavarah.
Baruch Adonai Barak Leolam Vaed.
Baruch Adonai Hamavarah Leolam Vaed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Asher baruch banu mikol amim. V'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Amen. V'nasa'u et yiriyot hamishkan v'ya'ochel moed misehu umiseh hatash asher alav milamala v'yat masach petash ochel moed v'et meit rehem v'chatzer v'et petash
V'yet kalei chatzer.
petash sha'ar chatzer Asher el hamishkan v'el hamizbeach aviv v'et meit rehem v'et kukulei avodatam v'et kol asher yaseh lechem
Be'atu.
al pi acharon uvernav tiyeh kol avodat b'nei hehatzer
Hagershani.
levot
Kol hamasam
L'chol avodat umishmartam shemar
Ishmeret et kol masam.
masam L'chol avodat umishmartam l'chol I lost my spot. I think I skipped a line.
Okay, why don't we just finish there?
Okay.
You want to try to find it?
No, I have no idea where I am.
I tell you, the Torah is pretty hard. Don't worry. We all get lost. Okay, step back for just 1 second and I'll find it for you. So just step back right over there. Okay, you're right about there. That's Zot Avodah.
Zot Avodat Hager Sheni B'nei Hager Sheni Be'ochel Moed Umishmartam B'nei Asher
Itamar.
Itamar Ben Aharon HaKohen.
All right, so Tracy and Isabel, if you want to come over and say the second blessing.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'he'olam natan tefinu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. So now we're going to call up Carly by her Hebrew name for the very first time. I'm going to invite everyone to rise. We have a tradition here of helping her out, giving her strength for this moment where she's going to actually be called as a full Jewish adult to the Torah. So you're going to need to make your fists just like this. And we're going to do a Hebrew word that has a sound we don't have in English. It's a ch sound, like Chanukah. Okay, it's going to be chizki. Okay, we're going to go chizki, chizki. One more time. Chizki. That means strength. Okay. Ta'amod, ta'amod, ta'amod habachora bat mitzvah Miriam bat Chava la aliyah maftir chizki. Okay, so you want to do the blessing.
Baruch hu et Adonai Hamvarach.
Baruch Adonai Barak Leolam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach Leolam Va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher b'chor banu mochu ha'amin v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
B'nei Mary l'mishpechotam levet avotam tifkod otam miben shaloshim shana avimala
Viad ben Chamishim.
What?
Keep going. You got it.
Shaloshim shana v'ma v'yad ben hamishim shana tifkedem kohaba latava la'avod et avodat asher be'ohed v'zot mishmeret masa'am l'cho avodatam be'ohel moed kol he hamishkam uvrihav ve'amudav ve'adanav ve'amudei l'cho
Hachatzer hasaviv V'adnehem
V'tedotam V'trehem
L'kol kleihem
U'lecho avodatam U'v'shemot tifkedu et kol mishmeret masa'am Zot avodat mishpechot b'nei Mary l'cho avodatam be'ochel moed be'yad Itamar ben Aharon HaKohen.
Beautiful. Now you do the blessing after the Torah.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'chayei olam v'dotenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. You may be seated. We have a very special ceremony. Some of you got candy. But I'm going to take the Torah back inside so it's safe. And Cantors, can you explain to them what's going to happen with the candy? right, they're all ready for you. Okay, so what's going to happen is we're going to shower her in sweetness. If you're over there, you can come a little closer. I know you got some strong young ladies that are on your teams and stuff, but they're probably not going to make it from there. So why don't you come a little closer? If you want to come a little closer, just within respectable distance, still watch social distancing. What we're going to do is we're going to shower her. We call this a light shower of, like the drizzle that we got here. And we're going to sing Siman Tov Mazel Tov so that she ends her journey to her bat mitzvah feeling the sweetness. I'm going to get out of the way, though.
Siman Tov, Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov, Siman Tov, Siman Tov, Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov, Siman Tov, Siman Tov, Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov, Siman Tov.
Mazel Tov. All right, Carly, we're ready for your third speech now. Oh, hold on, we forgot. Isabella's going to come up and do It's a Tree of Life. You want to come up? We sing about the Torah as a tree of life.
Page 374. Everyone should join us at the bottom of the page. Here we go. It is the tree of life for those who pass through it and all of its supporters out. Happy is the tree of life to those who pass through it and all of its supporters out. Happy. Shalom, 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 shalom,
All right, now you guys can sit back down. Carly's going to tell us a little bit about her mitzvah project, a special project she's doing in honor of her bat mitzvah.
The mitzvah project I chose to participate in was an organization called the Miracle League. The Miracle League is a program that gives people with disabilities an opportunity to play baseball. Since we cannot change the medical issues that life has dealt these people with disabilities, but we can provide them with an opportunity to experience the joy and benefits that come from playing baseball. We have a special baseball diamond in Grand Island Park that is made of rubber to accommodate with wheelchairs, and it keeps our players safe. Due to the disabilities, the players need help running the bases and need protection for playing the field. That was my job as a buddy, to help and protect the balls and players. Most of the time, we protect our partners from things like fly balls when the powerful hitters are up to bat. I had two main partners throughout the time here, Michaela and Jackson. Michaela was 21 and is blind, and Jackson was 8 and needed help walking. I enjoyed being able to help these two different people with two different ages and disabilities. One of my favorite days at Miracle League was when the fire trucks came to visit and sprayed everyone with a hose. It was a hot day, and the players loved getting soaked. We also got to throw pies in the coach's face, which everyone thought was really funny. Another memorable experience was when the Buffalo Sabres came to visit. Miracle League has taught me many things throughout my time here, and it felt amazing to make a difference in helping out in my own community. Due to the pandemic, I was not able to participate in Miracle League this summer. However, I plan to return next year in 2021. I would like to thank everyone for being here to share this special day with me. A special thank you to Mr. Horowitz, Rabbi Alex, and Cantor Frank for helping and guiding me throughout this journey. And also a special thank you to my mom, who was here for me with unconditional love and support.
Beautiful job, Carly. I'm going to invite your mom over. She has a blessing that she's going to offer to you.
May you live to see your world fulfilled. May your destiny be for worlds still to come. And may you trust in generations past and yet to be. May your heart be filled with intuition and your words be rich in understanding. May songs of praise ever be upon your tongue and your vision clarify a straight path before you. May your eyes shine with the light of the Torah and your face reflect the brightness of the heavens. May your lips ever speak wisdom and your fulfillment be in righteousness, even as you yearn to hear the words of the Ancient One of Holiness.
Amen. So, Carly, I'm going to come a little closer to you right here so I can address you myself. Raise your hand here if you've had a bar bat mitzvah in your life. Those of you that raised your hands, I bet you have not had a bar bat mitzvah like Carly's here. Carly, whether you like it or not, you're part of the COVID generation of bar bat mitzvahs. Years from now, I imagine you guys gathering, hopefully together, when we've beaten this thing, and telling each other, we did it, despite everything. And to be honest, I think you worked harder. It forced you to. It forced you to really try to reach really deep down. I know that you're an athlete and you do a lot of sports activities. You've even been on a team with my daughter. And it really shows, because that's what you learn in athletics. You learn to hang in there no matter how fast that pitch is. It doesn't matter how scary that pitcher is. You're gonna be there. You're gonna make sure to stand in. And you stood tall today. You should feel very proud. We here, myself, Cantor, Joanne, everyone who's helped out in this, we know how hard this is. And you stood there like a trooper, despite everything we threw at you. And we couldn't be more proud. I know everyone gathered. When Tracy and I were talking a couple months ago, we had no idea. Even a month ago, we still had no idea what to do. We came up with a plan, and we figured out that the most important thing was to have all of you there. That was the central thing for you and your family, to have especially that core of family that traveled from a distance. Raise your hand if you're part of that family that came even from out of town. That's why we're out here in the parking lot, so that you could be present here and that you can really witness this day, and that you wouldn't miss or disappoint, and not to see it virtually, but to be in person. You have a very big team. You have people that love and support you. I hope you feel that. I can feel in your smile here, which is a rare gift at this time, how much this means to you. I hope that you soak that in, gives you strength as you face this hard year in front of all of us, that you continue to learn and grow, and be strong. And whatever happens, be resilient, face what's ahead of you, because you can do it. If this taught you anything, I hope that's what it taught you. You have generations of people behind you who went through even worse things than COVID. And you know what? They survived it. They brought you to this moment here today. And I know wherever they are in the spirit world, they're celebrating you. In your Torah portion, the one originally intended for you. By the way, you have no idea how crazy this has been. I thought she had a different portion. We gathered here on Thursday only to find out that she had a different one. We had to rewrite her speech. That's how crazy this has been. But the Torah portion that you do have is the most amazing one, because it has the priestly blessing. Cantor and I are going to offer that to you right now. If everyone wants to rise, and you're going to help us bless her, just like we did before services. Oh, sorry.
La 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 la. Ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, la 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 la. If I
May God bless you and watch over you.
Adonai,
face upon you and grant you comfort. Lift God's face to you and grant you and all of us peace. We remain standing, page 586, for Aleinu. It's not enough for us to pray, but we need to go out and do good deeds in this world.
אלוהי שמנו כמשפחות האדמה שלא שם חלקנו גם וגורלנו לכל המונם ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים
Page 591. Remain standing for Mourner's Kaddish, page 598. We're remembering Mary and David Rafer, Elva and Walter Allen Sr., and Lou Niatatsky from Carly's family. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei rabah. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'yichunecha. Yisad Adonai panav elecha v'yasem. Sorry, I think I was doing the priestly blessing. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei rabah. V'yalma divra kirateh v'yamlik malchuteh. V'chayachon v'yamachon v'chayeh d'chol Beit Yisrael v'galav v'zman kariv v'yimru amen. Yehi shmei rabba v'rach li'olam u'meo maya. Yitbarach v'yishtabak v'yipar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei d'kudashah v'rechu le'elam min kol v'yirchata v'shirata tush b'chata v'nechamata damiran v'yalma v'yimru amen. Yehi shlam rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu v'yal kol Yisrael v'yimru amen. Oseh shalom b'mramav. Huya says shalom. Aleinu v'yal kol Yisrael v'yal kol Yoshvei Tevel.